Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're tuned into the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. Big news for your UCCS men's soccer team and what might go down as the greatest single season victory for the men's team in quite some time, as they defeated number 5 nationally ranked Regis this past weekend. And I got to tell you, that's probably going to be the game of the season. Charlie, I know you were watching some of that action.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Jake McAllister, 2 goals. Alex Von Holly with 1 goal. And Tonkarid also with another goal for the Mountain Lions. So, again, UCCS coming at them from a variety of different angles, getting 4 into the net and only allowing 3. If my math serves me correct, that's going to get us a win every single time.
Yeah, you know, 5 games in a row now for this Mountain Lions squad. They really hit their momentum, and that's the thing. This game was probably one of the most exciting games I've ever seen. I wish I was actually there to watch it, but on the broadcast, it looked amazing. And as soon as Regis tied it up at 3-3, UCCS looked so motivated and just did not want to go to overtime. And it kind of was that MSU mentality, you know, not a player down, but saying we don't want to go to overtime. Let's just get aggressive and finish it. And that's what happened. And Tancred Steinbach, like you said, scored the game-winner goal under 5 minutes remaining. And it was just a fun game to watch. And Jake McAllister, Alex Von Holly and Tancred Steinbach, we really haven't talked about them much, but you know, really stepping up in this game.
Well, that's what I really enjoy about this men's soccer team. It seems like every week we come in here and we talk about somebody new, Spencer.
Yeah.
And this week, we got to mention the freshman there, Tancred Steinbach, with a game-winning goal. Jake McAllister, we know his potential, but 2 goals in 1 game. And then Alex Von Holly, he scored a few weeks ago for us. But, I mean, a little bit of everything for the Mountain Lions. Some good defense and some solid offense. 3-2 at the half, and you just saw the graphic there to let you know where the Mountain Lions currently stand in the RMAC in 3rd place. Got to be feeling pretty good about things, Spencer.
Absolutely. I mean, after that game versus Regis, I mean, that really motivated them to keep going. I think going into a number 5 ranked team, really wanted to make sure that the guys were prepared. I mean, I'm sure that Johnny just told them, you know, go out and play what you're supposed to be doing. Go out, you know your positions, you know your roles, go out and make it happen. And, you know, even a freshman like Tancred Steinbach, he came out firing and got that game winner for us, you know. But even Jake McAllister, he had 2 goals, but he also had an assist as well. I mean, they're just all around the board. I mean, Tancred had 3 shots, 2 on goal and 1 in. Alex Von Holly was 1 for 1, 1 shot, 1 goal. So, I mean, he was shooting 100%.
100% in the game.
You know, that's what we like to see every now and then. So,
that's right.
That game was absolutely incredible to watch, be able to see. And the boys definitely put up a fight. And, you know, we're now 2-1-1 against ranked teams in the nation right now.
Nationally ranked teams, 2-1-1.
We have a
We're
winning
over
record.
500 against nationally ranked teams.
And I think that's an incredible feat on its own. Just to be able to say that at UCCS Mountain Lions, we are winning against nationally ranked teams. So I think that's awesome for us.
Well, I think it starts back at the net with David Meyer. I mean, he is playing out of his mind right now.
Absolutely.
So far, he's got 6 wins on the season, and he had 4 saves. Couple of RMAC Goalkeeper of the Week awards already. He really seems like he is the anchor to that team right now. He's only a junior, Charlie. I mean, that's kind of what you expect once they become upperclassmen. They kind of lead that team, but really he's doing a fantastic job from the back, communicating with the guys, and just really anchoring that team.
Yeah, you know, I actually got to talk to him after this game, and David, being the competitor he is, he was like, I want another shutout. I really wanted to shut out the number 5 nationally ranked team, and unfortunately couldn't do that, but just happy they got the win there. And David Meyer, I mean, we've seen this since freshman year. He came in high school and he was the Gatorade Player of the Year. So coming out of high school, Gatorade, exactly. So we knew that David Meyer was a competitor, but I don't think when UCCS signed him, didn't know that he could be this leader that he is transforming to. And last year, a tough season for him, but his freshman year, you know, took us to the RMAC playoffs, got us to the RMAC championship. Fortunately, lost that one. But David Meyer has shown this potential and has really lived up to the hype since he's gotten here. And such a great guy and really just a competitor. You know, he's really trying to break the shutout record this year, which is 9 for his season.
3 more to go.
3 more to go.
You can do it. Well, you know, one thing that I think oftentimes happens on any given weekend is that a team that will prepare for their tougher matchup. And on paper, Regis had to be the tougher matchup. Number 5 ranked in the nation. I mean, hands down, compared to South Dakota Mines, who they played yesterday on Sunday. And so you think maybe going into that weekend, they might overlook that second game or that second team in South Dakota Mines because they're gearing up for number 5 Regis. They delivered. Friday night, they got up for that game against Regis. They delivered a 4-3 victory, but then on Sunday, they game planned the right way, appropriately, properly, because they came out on fire yesterday against South Dakota Mines and beat South Dakota Mines 2-0.
Yeah.
And Jake McAllister picking up
Another
right where
one.
he left
Yes,
off.
he did.
Another goal with the assist by Nick Newcamp, and then Alex Von Holly, another goal as well.
Yeah.
And so, wow, I mean, you talk about like the first
Roll right off that
domino
game.
falling, and now 5 games in a row your Mountain Lions have won.
Yeah.
I mean, they look as impressive as any team in the
Absolutely.
Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference right now.
I agree. I mean, the 2-0 win definitely. I mean, they were, South Dakota Mines was 1-9 coming in. So I mean, that was definitely
But you can't overlook that.
You
can't.
can't. And I mean, as far as we were all about Regis. And then I think once the Regis game was over, they said, we won. That's awesome. I ran into Connor Langenbaum after that game, and he was like, "Yep, we won. That's awesome. Now preparing." So I think that they did. They still went in with a right mind against them. They weren't going to take them easy, and they came out with that W again.
Well, just adding on that, I went to South Dakota Mines last year with the men's soccer team to broadcast, and that is not a easy stadium to go to and shut out anybody, let alone get the victory. So that definitely played a factor. But 2-0, and Jake McAllister really coming into his own.
Absolutely. I mean, they are just rolling. Like I said, right now, I would have to say one of the top teams, if not the top team right now in terms of momentum in all of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. We showed you the standings here. Mountain Lions currently in 3rd place. They have an overall record of 7-4-1, 6-2, but they haven't lost in a few weeks now. 5 games in a row now. The top 2 teams, Regis still sits right above them, but only by a very small margin. And then Colorado Mesa yet to lose this season in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, sitting at 7-0-1, 8-1-3 overall. But Mountain Lions right on their heels, chomping right at the bits. I think it's going to be a fun, exciting finish to this regular season. I mean, they're gearing up. They're wanting to, that first round bye is still in grasp. If not that, they want to host a first round playoff game. And I think they're in perfect position to finish in the top 4, which is what they would need to do for one of those things to happen.
Well, we have Regis again coming up and South Dakota Mines at home. And Regis is going to come back and want some revenge. So
That's right.
I think that game could possibly be the most exciting game coming into this at Mountain Lions Stadium. So,
Coming up when, Charlie?
Isn't it this weekend?
This weekend,
This
right
weekend.
here at Mountain Lions Stadium. We're going to have the complete preview for you this upcoming Thursday for our preview show, because that's right, Regis coming to town looking for redemption. Mountain Lions looking to give them another loss on that record. What we do have coming up for you next is our very first Student Spotlight segment. I can't tell you how excited I am for these segments and how proud I am of the students in the sports broadcasting class for the work that they've already put forth for these segments. So we're going to air the very first Student Spotlight segment coming up. It is Court Searles of your UCCS men's soccer team coming up right after this break. We'll be back right after this.